Greetings and welcome back to Fallen Enchantress Legendary Heroes, my Kingdom of Altar playthrough. So when last we left, Vitrar was right on the edge of Sierra's Pass. Let's see what he does. Nope, I'm not interested in tribute. Ah, he backed off. Thank God. I was afraid he was going to destroy my town. Alright, so we completed the final archer here in Sierra's Pass, I think. We've got 3 lancers. No, we have 1 more archer we need to train up. Yeah. We've got 3 lancers. Now we'll have our final archer here. And we can switch from producing growth to producing wealth here. Go sack Valet for me. Acabe has hit level 3. We'll go with another guild grocer. I really do like the plus 5% hit points for all my units. That is a lot of bonus hit points. My non-aggression pact with Tarth and Paradin has expired. We will renew those. Agakober built a school. It is now working on the festival. It can upgrade that school to a college. Acabe built a market. It is now working on a study, and I can now place the well. And upgrade that market to a tax office. And let's actually do the garden next, so that I can go ahead and queue up the final building right there. No, you don't? And we have refined economics again. Oh, seriously? They beat me to it. Craxus crammed a town right there next to my borders. Well, you know what? We are going to raise this ogre camp. This outpost used to be Craxus, I believe. We overtook it. So we're going to go raise this ogre layer as well. Alright, Sierra's Pass now has all of its defenders. I now need to work on Stadenheart, which needs 2 archers and 2 Blades of Athica. Now the archers, I'm low on crystal. They require a lot of crystal because I have a lot of trinkets with them. But we can train the 2 Blades of Athica. And in 4 seasons, when those are fully trained, we still won't have enough for both archers, I don't think. We'll have enough for 1 in about 3 seasons. And we'll definitely have enough metal for both. So we're going to need, let's see, what is it, 68 crystal? It's kind of hard to read there. 68. We're going to need 136 crystal. So we need 105 more. At 12 apiece, that's about 9 seasons it's going to take. It's 4 seasons to build these, and then these guys generally take about 3 to 4 seasons. And I realize I trained some units here in Aplerunin and I never changed their spells. Aplerunin needs to get rid of Sovereign's Call and Meditation, because it needs Aura of Grace and Heart of Fire. We also have enough income to get rid of another injury on one of our characters. Alejandre still has the amnesia that I need to get rid of. You're in my way. See, I want to move to here, not talk to you, move. Yeah, I can get the cursor, but I can't force move. Alright, let's just step into the woods. Got rid of my amnesia. And we can start heading back to Ziggurat. Oh, you can actually see the threat level of all your defenders by looking here. They're deadly, not epic. Now, if I go back to one of my towns, I do have the 50% bonus. What did I want to research? If I did logistics, my units would get a little bit bigger, but it'll take money to upgrade all the existing ones. If I do warfare, I could get war colleges. That would also take money to upgrade existing units, but it would give me access to the war college and an additional army size. Siege weapons would also give me an additional army size. And the catapult. War colleges would be heading for like refined training or heavy armor so that I could get the plate mail. Weapons of war, so I get the best of the weapon types, and the weaponsmith. Under magic, refined arcana will give me a mana boost. I guess logistics is the way to go. Or I could go ahead and jump to Dance with Dragons to unlock the dragon section. Yeah, let's do that. And then all of these are bonuses to different areas that are repeatable. The food per grain would be nice. I'd be able to get my final city up to level 5. But it would take a lot of repeats of that. But yeah, apart from Dance with Dragons, Logistics and Company, I'm almost done with Civilization, honestly. Let's get war colleges for the extra army size. Agakober completed its festival. It's working on the crystal mine. Cave completed its garden. It's working on the study. And I should be able to put, yes, the merchant right there. And upgrade to a granary. Laren's tree only needs 98 more population to level to 5. Alright, we're going to go raise this army. And I actually don't think I need to bring a unit over here to do it. I've just been doing that. So I guess down here is the only place I can still expand if I do a Birth of Summer this way. Until I'm able to sack him. I can expand over this way as well. I could do a Birth of Summer in that area and see if I could expand there. Oh, there is another place I can build. Sears Pass completed a Blades of Athica that goes to Stadenhart. I'm still a bit short of crystal to be able to train up that archer. So yes, we want to send these guards up this way. It'll take 4 seasons to get all the way up there. Acabe completed its study. It's working on the bakery. Can upgrade that study to a school. Adjacobor completed its crystal mine. It's working on a college. It can upgrade that to a crystal trove, which I think we will move before the college. Another Blade of Athica done in Sears Pass. We should be able to train our first archer now. And in 2 seasons, we will not have enough crystal to train the other one. We will be about 8 or 10 crystal shy. Acabe completed its bakery. It's working on a well. Can upgrade that bakery to a butcher. You're too close to another outpost, but I can settle here. Now this outpost, I wonder if there was a better spot there or there, but yeah, we'll just settle here. Now we could potentially get to the forest by building down this way to this clay quarry. It would also shift this clay quarry to us, I believe. But we'll start with the workshop. Actually, no, we'll start with the bell tower. And then we'll probably build the monument. Well, the garden and the monument. And then I guess the merchant right here. Or the workshop. Merchant or study. We'll figure it out as we go along. I will confess that your continued survival is impressive, Lord Relias. Our spies continue to inform us what happens in Athica. Do not think for a moment we do not keep an eye on your efforts. My continued survival? I've got twice your points, fool. Acabe completed its well. It's working on a tax office, and it can upgrade that well to an inn. Sears Pass completed an archer. Actually, it's going to take me 3 more seasons to get the other archer turned out. Rezalin conquered the Craxus city of Medan's Cross. At Jacober's Crystal Trove is completed. It's working on the college finally. And I'm still one crystal shy of building this last archer. Research this knowledge to construct the War College improvement for your kingdom, factions, or war temples for Empire faction. It allows you to craft longswords and pikes. Though a man of peace, Ariog knew the importance of educating the military. Until the Verhalem was built, the academy was the largest structure in Hallis. Longswords are a great option for defensive units because they allow you to wear a shield and counterattack. Now that boosts our army size, so now I need to boost up all of my armies. I also need to start re-equipping them with new gear. We could also start getting plate armor and the better shields. Get the final weapons under Weapons of War. I think we want to go with logistics next. Even though things like Vatrar do damage multiplied by the number in the squad, until he takes them out, the squads will do extra damage for extra units. It's either that or longbows, really, which will just unlock the longbow and the crossbow and leads into siege weapons. No, let's actually jump ahead and get Dance with Dragons. It's about time we got that one knocked out. Olafissa completed its bell tower. Let's put the monument right here. And let's tell it to produce growth when it's doing nothing else. Because we're going to be going down here piecemeal. Yeah, it's already switched this quarry to be over this way. And we can queue up this final archer. Now the War College gives even more accuracy, a more unit training discount, boosts the level and the defending unit initiative. It also allows trained units to get a bonus versus the opposite race, and non-champion units gain experience there. And I believe we're going to put that one in Apla-Runen. Now if we go back to Athica, go back to producing wealth, you fool. If we go back to Athica, if we were to upgrade these blades, we would just upgrade their cloak from an Arctic wolf cloak to a dragonhide cloak, which gives them 1 extra point of a defense. Now why they go to a dragonhide cloak instead of the white cloak, I don't know. They would upgrade their fending blades to Athican longswords. That's actually fairly cheap. That only costs 32. And that is quite a big jump. It loses the dodge and loses 1 initiative, but they gain 7 attack. And with 4 units, that can be significant. Now if we go to, say, Cirrus Pass and look at the Lancers, it's only 24 to upgrade from the Boar Spear to the Pike, which is also a 7-point jump in attack. So let's upgrade these Lancers. And let's shop with Wilbur. He has a broadsword equivalent to ours. He doesn't have access to... Oh, he does have access to chain now. So we can switch him over to chainmail. Sell his old armor. Shield-wise, we could upgrade to the kite shield over the wood shield. It is a much more impressive shield. Let's see, 2 defense, 50 fire resist, or 2 defense, 50 cold resist. I think we actually want the cold resist being this close to Vitrar. We'll have him with a first aid kit and some rations. And he does have room for 1 more accessory. Although I don't really need Blink with the pony, I don't think. So I might end up trading that ring to someone else. And giving him different ones. Amulet of Warding and a braided belt would be nice for him. Those are expensive though. But boosting his defense even more would be better. Yeah, I can give him the blink ring so he can keep away from opponents. So yeah, let's go to trade and give him the flickering ring. We're still only deadly. We probably need to do some questing with them. Now since they're deadly and all of that, let's go ahead and not build. Let's go ahead and shop for another quest map. It's only strong. The cave was sealed long ago, but the wooden timbers protecting the entrance are now beginning to rot away. We will send this army out to gain a little bit of experience. Yes. Wolves. We can definitely handle wolves. See how these lancers do. 77. That's a pretty good hit. Of course, that's something that has almost no defense. The Great Wolf is already out of the picture. Yeah, that was a little easy match. There's a fissure in the back of the cave leading deeper into the earth. Do you want to explore it? Yes. You see a dim glow ahead of you. At first you think they are crystals, but then they come for you. Ophidians. Now this is what Lancers will excel at, is hitting people who are armored. And Galara leveled up. And we got some crystal out of that. So Wilbur will get invincible. Galara will get bonus to the army's initiative. You've explored the depths of the cave. No additional experience, but 10 fame and an enchanted backpack that adds initiative. We've found one of these before. We'll go ahead and equip it with Wilbur. He still can have an extra accessory. No, not just Wilbur. The entire army, damn it. A caravan from Athica was destroyed by a unit Forsaken Martyr of Monsters and Ruffians. Where? I mean, you're not telling me where I'm losing units that I know where to patrol. And I don't know if my units are respawning or if I need to redo the trade. That one's going to Goya Hedda. That one's going to Calder. That's the Tantacrete one. That's the Imperium one. I bet you it was the one going for Paradin. Yep, it looks like it's gone. Alright, let's see if we can renew the one with Tarth. No, it says it's existing. Cabe completed its tax office. It's working on a merchant. Olafisa completed a monument. It's producing growth because I have to do this one area at a time. We'll put the garden right here. And the merchant on the other side of it, and then the workshop over here. And we're going to have to hit level 2 to be able to reach the woods, I think. Let's go ahead and upgrade our town hall. Construction is completed on Acabe's merchant. It's working on the granary. And Sears Pass completed this final archer for Stadenhart. And I can get rid of these two town watch. I could upgrade these two Blades of Athica with him. And let's get another quest scroll here, because we need to get them leveled up in case Petrar decides to attack. Another strong cave. Well, we are deadly, so we should be able to handle that. More wolves. The Lancer's got a little bit of levels. There's another fissure. Let's explore it. And another dim blue glow is more of the Ophidians. Our archers leveled up. And we got a soldier's cloak out of that. Soldier's cloak is a symbol of commitment by the strong and the proud of the realm. It's just 10 spell resist. Between Wilbur and him with the Arctic wolf cloak, that's just something I can sell. Which reminds me, I've got a bunch of wolf pelts. Alright, so he has the enchanted the enchanted backpack, a first aid kit, and rations. He can carry one more item. Throwing knives are relatively cheap. That gives him a range attack. Now Galara has the Banner of the Brave, the enchanted backpack, and a flickering ring. See, I want an Ice Ward cloak. I can't afford it yet, but I'd like to upgrade his cloak for the more cold resist and the more defense. I can give him a first aid kit as well. They're fairly cheap. And he's got a very good bow. His armor is about as good as he can get right now. As is his. I could go ahead and get another quest map. A medium pit of Utherian, pillar of ice forms at the center of this unnaturally cold region. Exile of Ice. Despite the warm autumn evening, this area is covered in frost, and a pillar of ice stands in the center of it. Inside you can just make out a hazy figure trapped in the ice. Etchings in the ice tell the tale of a man garbed in a high priest robe, the servant of a titan who was seduced and betrayed by his lord. The titan killed his priest and trapped his lover here for all time. The ice is harder than midnight stones, and you are unable to make even the slightest crack in it. You are about to leave when a hollow voice, as if echoing from a great pit, calls out to you. There is a way to break Utherian's spell. In his temple, there was a staff that can free me. Please, I cannot bear another century trapped here. I will get this staff. The awesome energies unleash... Okay, that's another ancient structure brought, the Temple of Utherian. We'll head up that way toward it. It will be next season before we're able to check it out. Olafisia completed its town hall. It's working on a garden. My non-aggression pact with Gildan is expired. I'll renew it. This ancient temple appears to be empty, but there is an item of value that has not been stolen. A staff lies upon an altar decorated with serpents, and even from the temple entrance you can feel the heat emanating from it. As you draw close to the serpents, begin to move. hissing and bursting into flame. I will have that staff. That was it, 2 snakes. Bring the staff of the furnace to the pit of Utherian. This staff continually smolders with an internal fire, allows the wielder to cast Flame Dart, and it is a 10 attack staff. Is it ranged or melee? I may give that to the head of the order over there. We're going to have to wait yet another season to get it back over there. Actually, it looks like 2 seasons. Aplerunen has grown to level 5. I could do a great arena there, or the Underforge. I think we will do an Underforge here. And that means that Aplerunen can go to produce wealth instead of growth now. Nearby Life Shard has entered my zone of control. A cave has completed its granary. It is working on a school, and it can upgrade that granary to a storehouse. And I should actually queue up produce growth here. Yep, can't quite get back there this season. Let us speak candidly, Lord Relias. That's the extent of your words? Let us speak candidly? My non-aggression pact with Reslin has expired. Right now, I'm more focused on wanting to take out the 2 Titans near me than going to war with these little squabbling empires. Adjacober has completed its college. It is now producing growth. Oleficia has completed its garden. It is working on that life altar. And we will put a merchant right here. And I can upgrade that to a granary. After we get the merchant, we can put the workshop and the study. And then one of the buildings we will get for leveling up before we get to the... Yeah, basically we flipped their outpost by getting so close to it. This one appears to have flipped back away from us again. It became part of that area. The staff and the prison are the same spell, the hollow voice explains. If you break the staff, I can escape. I'll break the staff. You snap the staff in 2, and for a second there is nothing but the roar of fire and blinding light. When it has faded, the icy pillar is little more than a pool, and a young man stands in its place. Thank you, he says. He has short, curly blonde hair and wears a tunic that may have been stylish in another age. He carries a staff that looks to be made of the same ice as the pillar. I cannot repay you for what you have done for me. Please take this staff, and you would do well to avoid Utherian. He will not be happy that you set me free. Many things have changed, you reply. We are well past fearing the Titans. So I got the Hellstone staff. It's a cold attack. Thick gloves are suggested for those that wield this staff. Would have preferred the other one, but this will work. Let's see. Yeah, the other one's gone. So I can send that one down to somebody else who needs it. And I can upgrade his cloak. And he has room for one more piece of equipment. No, he doesn't. Yeah, they're both full. I can start another quest with him. A strong camp. Let's head down there. An old man sits at the campfire. He doesn't look up as you approach. May I share your fire, you ask. He looks up, wondering if you are mocking him. Seeing that you aren't, he gestures for you to join him. I am Hayton, he says. Former failed smith, failed farmer, and most recently failed summoner. Summoning is a rare talent, you say. How is it that you had it or lost it? I had a staff and I still hear, the whispers in the rush of fire. I thought I could use the staff to call those voices, and it worked too well. A creature came out of the fire, but it no longer whispered. It took the staff and threw me aside. I can teach you to use your skill if you join me, you say. Hayton looks up suspicious, but in the end he agrees. If you can regain my staff, I will join you, he offers. I will get your staff. Oh, we are epic now. Cool. A thick, acrid haze hangs in the air. You see Hayton's staff glowing in the darkness. A creature hangs over the staff, examining it, but unable to touch it. The creature intones, "Burn!" but the staff is unaffected. We just one-shotted a fire elemental and took 4 damage. Not bad. Alright, Wilbur gained another level as defender. We can start boosting our army's dodge. Sira gained another level of commander. More initiative for my army. You have killed the elemental and recovered the staff. Return it to Hadian. A banishing staff. Favored by summoners, a banishing staff is often used to keep unruly elementals in line. Doesn't have a initiative penalty. That's nice. Got a cave bear over here in Mithrandra. Which reminds me, do these guys have injuries? Yes, they do. I never got around to removing their injuries. But we're going to go deal with the cave bear because we should be able to handle the damn cave bear. Yeah, we're deadly. Alright, he does have Shadow Shift. I want that skill to be the last one. Rush to be the first one, and Shield Bash to be the second one. And I actually want... Oh, I'm not going to be able to adjust all of these guys, but I do want the throwing knife to be after cleave. But we're about to finish this fight. little bit of experience for him, and a bear pelt. Now the entire group should have no movement penalty in forest, in swamps, or on hills. So they're able to pop in and out through this forest and swamp pretty easily. A Cabe completed its school. It's working on a butcher. Hayton looks at you in awe as you hand over his staff. My meager skill is yours, he pledges. We can actually keep him with this army here in Sierra's Pass. Let's trade. He has the banishing staff. The Hailstone staff actually does more, but let me see. He is weak, a mage. He's only level 4, but he has weak. Oh, that sucks. So he's penalty to attack anyway. He is a fire apprentice. But he has no real skills, which kind of sucks. Yeah, he basically has like the 3 levels of this. That one would have been free. Second level he would have gotten mage. Third and fourth. Yeah, okay. So he's just been upping his fire mastery. So he is going to be a full-blown mage. I think I will have him travel down to one of the casting areas and see about transferring something to the Order of the Tower. So actually I think I will send Hayton. I don't know. I kind of like keeping him here, but he doesn't. Somebody needs to take the Hailstone staff somewhere. Now he's at -2 attack for being weak, so that would become 16 versus elementals, but a reduced crit chance. But he's mainly going to be casting anyway. And it has no initiative penalty, which is great, whereas this one is -6. So he is going to keep that banishing staff. He does need some equipment. Aegis robe is expensive, as is the Cloak of the Shadows, but I do need to boost his dodge because he's relatively weak. So yeah, I am going to have to invest a lot to make this guy fairly decent and survivable. But yeah, for now I'm going to send him to take this staff down south. But he is going to come back to Sierra's Pass. I believe I'm going to train another Blade of Athica for Stadenheart. We're going to train an archer for Lord Relias's army. No. I think I'm going to give him an Order of Linné and an Order of Tylan as his last 2 units. So we'll start with the Order of Linné. Giannis will get another Blade of Athica. And we will go ahead and send one of these over there and just have the ones that get trained here go straight to Lord Relias's army, and we will start with the Blade of Athica. And of course Linné is going to need summoned mobs, and he is actually going to need a head of the Order and a Thailand mage. We can train the Thailand mage and the head of the Order. We could train both of them, but I think we're going to train the Thailand mage first. And that's who's going to get the staff that Hayton has. And while we're walking there, let's see what I can buy for him. The Aegis robe is 240. That would leave me with 90. Which is less than, more than my income. So yeah, let's start with the Aegis robe. Olafisia completed its merchant. It's working on a granary. And it can upgrade that shrine to a life shrine. We can build the workshop over here. And I actually need to do that right now. Eplerunen completed its war college. I have 2 Blades of Athica, 2 archers, Dexo, who has just a scratch. No, he has a twisted knee I need to go get rid of, and afraid of dying. Imitluk has a missing ear. He is a mage. And Dexo is a bard that is a commander and an archer. I think I need another Blade of Athica here, but I don't have the metal for it just yet. Oh, I went to the wrong place. I meant to go here. Not train. Trade. I want to trade this Hailstone Staff to Lord Relias. And head back north. Although he's out of movement for the turn. Kieran's Hold has grown to level 5. I could do an Underforge here as well. I think I will. It will now produce wealth. Sears Pass completed a Blade of Athica, and I believe that was bound for Stadenheart. Yes. Athica completed a Blade of Athica. It's now working on the Order of Linnae and the Thailand Mage. Oleficia completed a workshop. It's working on the Granary. We'll go ahead and upgrade that to a Mason right now. Leather helm, fairly cheap. Leather greaves. Leather vambraces. Boot-wise, I think he's going to go with the Boots of the Spider. Those are about 190. And a Cloak of Shadows is 225. And then, of course, he's going to need all manner of trinkets eventually. And it looks like I overshot by 1 season. I meant to stop in the spring of 275. But we'll call this an episode. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.